Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy Part 3. Thank you guys once again for checking out this video right now, and thank you guys for supporting the Phoenix Wright series as well of Part 1 and Part 2, because I've been having an awesome, super fun time with this game right now, and I hope you guys are also digging this game as well, because this game has some exciting story right now. So let's go ahead and check out Part 3 right now, September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth, I'd better not show any signs of weakness today or he will be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed the murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe, we meet again. Witness, please state your name and profession of the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides out at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon even in the girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Witness testimony, Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Smack! Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Huh. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Alright, here we go. Maya Fey's arrest cross-examination. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. Something is awfully fishy about this statement, guys. He saw a witness account describing her. Hold it! Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, You said you arrested her because you had hard evidence. She did it correct. Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. Everyone's saying that. You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss Faye isn't suspicious and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess Preston can have its advantages. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I got the order of the things mixed up into my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene with my crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. God damn it. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. But that couldn't have meant that Maya killed her. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why did you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm really embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Hard evidence. Here we go, guys. Here we go. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Something we could present. No, I don't think any of these could do yet. So let's go ahead and next. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. That's this whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Okay, there has to be something. I found a memo written on a piece of... On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Mia's autopsy report. Time of death, 9 p.m. Cause, single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. I think something is wrong with the statement here because he said, before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name, but the death was instantaneous. She died instantly. There was no way. Objection! No way that's possible. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Faye, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Faye? That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards. The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. That's right. Order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Objection! Mr. Wright. I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain the autopsy report? When? I guess the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being? That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility that the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. Damn you, son of a gun. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated in the court record. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? God damn it. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Oh God. Witness, your name please. April May, at your service. God damn it. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. We're at a disadvantage here. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like in my hotel room. Tee-hee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Witness account of April May. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Ha. Ha ha. Well, Your Honor. I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... What? How can you do this? Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? Everything about her testimony seemed kind of witty. I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Firm? God. Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding teeny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Hell yeah. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Witness's account. It was like 9 p.m. at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. I don't see anything wrong with this. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How did you know it was her? Let's press that, guys. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony's bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. I question the testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Huh? Uh-oh. Ha ha ha. Got you on the spot. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless, but about this I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Busted. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony's bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all that trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. She's such a slime. Anyways, let's go back to the witness's testimony here. Something's gotta be bogus with this. I didn't see everything. Oh, whoops, she's talking right now, I forgot. I didn't see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran up to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statuary clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Tee-hee. I see. Only I wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Alright. Something's gotta be faulty with this one. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran up to the right. And the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with a weapon. I saw it, I did. At that clock. That kinda statuary clock. The thinker, I think. Let's press on this. This one is probably the most fishiest line out of all of these.
Hold it!
A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm on to something now. Okay, it's gotta be this line, guys. Something is fishy about this line. It's not the autopsy report. It's not the cell phone, because that's just Maya and Mia's talking. Glass shards doesn't have anything to do with it. Floor plans, nothing. Received, no. Wiretap, too early to bring this one in. It's gotta be the thinker, guys.
Objection!
Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. That's right. Order. Order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Objection!
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your questions, Mr. Wright.
Objection!
My questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... Because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co? No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. Hehe. The law offices of Fay & Co, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Very well, Mr. Wright. Are you satisfied? No, I'm not. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... she couldn't have heard it. Which one? Okay, I think couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang because it's empty. Inside it was no clockwork, but only paperwork. That clock is missing its clockwork. You lying scum! How could you possibly? Just take a look right now. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May. Tusk. Huh? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. White. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there's no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Ho, impossible, of course. I have proof, and that is where you're wrong, you bastard Edgeworth. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... It's gotta be the Maya's cell phone because they had a conversation in here which they talked about it. So let's go ahead and present the cell phone.
Take that!
Take a look at this. Oh, that's a very cute cell phone. Ooh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Come on, stop distracting me. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. That's right. Order. Order. The defendant's cell phone that wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. That son of a gun. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for that big fella, Ace Prosecutor Edgeworth. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear. The clockwork is already gone by the time this was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Whoops, I forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Hell yeah, something's wrong with that. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. It can't be my badge. It can't be Mia's autopsy report. Not the cell phone, not the glass shutter, not the floor plans, not the receipt, wiretap. Now to think of it, how could she have seen the thinker if the thinker was made by Larry Butts, and Larry Butts is not a shopkeeper. So let's go ahead and present the thinker.
Take that!
It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. One for his girlfriend and himself. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is in stores, sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse? Excuse is not on sale today? Ah! Oh god, she went cute to creepy. Oh man. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Scary. Miss May, but let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. No answers? Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because she didn't hold it, but she had heard about it. The witness had never held a clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Well, it can't be the autopsy report. Can't be the floor plans. No, none of these ones. It's gotta be, I think it's the cell phone. Because it's gotta be the cell phone. It's gotta be the cell phone, guys.
Take that!
The defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that already. Take another listen to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. They do mention the thinker. But how would the witness know of this conversation? Do you have proof that she knew of the conversation? The proof that she knew of the conversation. The proof. Well, from all these items, it has to be the wiretap. Because the wiretap was found in the hotel room, and the wiretap is a spying machine, so it's gotta be this.
Take that!
Have a look at this, sir. That? I found this in Miss May's room while she was taking a dump. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at this witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. La 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 la. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me, you lawyer? Game over for you. Game over. It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it? Wow. That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Okay, I'm pretty sure she's not the killer because, you know, in the part 2 we saw a cutscene and it wasn't a woman. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question! Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant? Yeah, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. He wants her to avoid the question. Miss May, you are tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. You were an alibi to this, weren't you? While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course, I can and will. You can't be serious, no way. Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Huh. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet Bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee? Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Oh God. Seriously, iced coffee? So where does that leave us? It is my greatest displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, this is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant Maya Fey commit murder. No, they're going to just let her walk away? There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well. Come on, think of something. No, there's no point in examining Miss May. We gotta call the bellboy as a witness. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
Objection!
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Why do you hate me, Edgeworth? Because I told that wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine Bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. This is my condition. What? You can't make conditions up like this? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? I can't give up now. We went so far, guys. We have to save Maya. For Mia's sake. Accept the condition. Alright. I've got nothing to lose. Except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Huh. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait! Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. This is it, guys. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. The tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. We can't mess up here, guys. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss Fay. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right. I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished, and also my job will be finished. Okay, here we go. Miss May's room service cross-examination. It's our last chance. I'm the head of the bellboy at Define Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. Nothing wrong with that. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. Nothing wrong with that. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. Okay, this one looks kind of suspicious. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. Okay, so that's it. That's it. I can't, you know what, I can't seem to find anything wrong with it, though. Let's press it. What exactly is it you do at the hotel? Why anything required for me, sir? I check in the guests, I check out guests. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I check Miss May in personally. Are you always so prim? Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions. Alright. I believe okay, let's press this.
Hold it!
Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and
Well, the point being, I remember her quite well, sir.
Yes, what then?
She asked for iced coffee to be brought her at 9 o'clock on a dot. Okay, let's do that one.
9 o'clock on the dot, you say?
Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir.
9 o'clock, the time of the murder.
I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course.
Hold it!
To precisely 9 o'clock, then?
Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m.
How can you be so sure?
Miss May was quite insistent that I be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tea. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 o'clock, sir.
Why would she be so particular about the time?
And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
Hold it!
You're sure it was Miss April herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely?
Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought the room service, sir, she, the guest, sir, favored me with an embarrasser, sir.
Embarrasser? Isn't that French for embrace?
It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek.
Why would she have done that?
I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir.
Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted a bellboy to remember her. Damn it, it's no good. There's nothing here. Is that it?
Ha! Tusk, tusk.
Finally, you understand, you measly, poor worm. This bellboy was absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here, and I will embarrass you no more further, Ace Attorney. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. Can't let this happen, can I? No. Wait. Please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Objection!
Your Honor, I must object. The charade of justice has gone on long enough. No, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that's all. I mean, it couldn't hurt anyone, could it? Okay. This is really it. Now, this is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in room service bed making. It's a difficult choice, guys, but I think it's a room service that we want to ask about. Tell me again about the room service.
Again, sir. Exactly at 9 o'clock, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall.
I see. Hold on a second. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive?
Yes, well, iced coffee for two, you know.
And we don't skimp on the ice for two. That's it. What did he say? What did you say?
Rather quite.
Bellboy, tell the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room?
Objection!
I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see.
Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, sir, you didn't ask.
Nice try. You bigot. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Yes, quite indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who...
What?
He asked me not to mention if it wasn't specifically asked, sir. Dirty dealings with Edgeworth, huh? Ah, how dare you sham me like that, bellboy? You fool! I've done it. I've won. I've beaten Edgeworth. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned another person involved who may have been a murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person?
Simple, it was Miss April May, the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May.
Oh, sham!
No way he could have figured that out. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. And Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder.
My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late.
Too late? I suppose you'd like if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court, Edgeworth. You sham.
Ah,
Damn it.
upstart, amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into the matter fully. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned.
Oh god, that was some intense stuff, guys. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant, Lobby number 1. Mr. Wright, you're amazing in there. Really? Aw, thank you. I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. You mean Edgeworth? Huh. That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well, unfortunately. No, I don't think so, not yet. You know, we're only halfway through the trial. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. Don't worry, Maya. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from being closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis, don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. We'll do it for your sister. I'm counting on you. Maya, I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. May testimony added to the court record. I don't know how good this will do to me, but anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Oh god, this was some intense stuff today, and this trial, wow. Yeah, you know, this game just gets better and better, guys. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. We hit the climax already on Part 3, guys. This is some sick stuff right here, guys.
Thank you guys once again for joining me here, and we will maybe we'll wrap up the case by next day. I'm not sure, but we're well on our way to saving Maya Fey, hopefully. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all later.